Alright, so today we are watching a electoral college video, as well as we're going to do a PowerPoint. I have a fill-in for you to work on at your seat that goes along with that. After that, we are going to do a station activity. You will see the post-it notes on your desk. There is Station 1, Station 2, and Station 3, as well as Station 4. Okay? You will have different worksheets or papers to do at each station. I'll give you 5 to 7 minutes per station to work on this. After that, you will rotate. I will break you guys up into groups. Okay? Are there any questions about that or what we are doing today? No. All right, let's start off with vocab. It is Friday, so we can watch some vocab. Hopefully it works, because last week it did not.
Keystone Pipe. Yo! Shout out to Glen Lake Elementary School in Hopkins, Minnesota. Flow cabs coming in as the month is rolling out. Last rap of February, yeah, we always hold it down. First up, the Oscars left one thing for certain. Sunday was a good day for the film Birdman. If you didn't see it, know that it was pretty meta. That means it was self-referential. Get this, I heard our president is going on a tour. Not the music con, but to gain some support, because a federal judge blocked his plan to let some immigrants become citizens of this land. He's doing town hall meetings and interviews down in Miami to get his views on the news. The Keystone Pipeline is another thing that pits the president against Republicans. There are pros and cons, new jobs, more emissions, some really big issues that he had to consider. It will run from Canada down to the Gulf Coast, but Obama vetoed it and said no go. ISIS has kidnapped and killed a lot of people. Recruiting new members in the U.S. is illegal, and in Spain 4 members were detained because recruiting young women was their aim. They want to push their brand of extremist tradition. They're using brutal acts to gain media attention. It's crazy to think that this attracts people, a couple thousand even, for acts so lethal. Next, they're using DNA in wild new ways. They can use it to figure out what your face looks like, but is it right? What about privacy? These are concerns, but I guess we'll have to wait and see. City planning in Canada just got created. Morning commutes may now include ice skating. They proposed a freezeway, so when temperatures dip, you can slide into work. We just hope you don't slip. No matter how cold it gets, we stay hot, cause when it comes to bars, we've got a lot.
Creating a freeway or road where you can skate to work or wherever you need to go, since it's been so cold, you have so much snow. They're actually creating that. I think that's really neat. Yeah, it wouldn't work in the summer, so it's kind of like a winter. I don't know. That's weird. Yeah. All right.
They still put the
let's see here. All right. Today we are. Oh, we need to watch the electoral college video. Before we get into that, how old do you have to be to vote? What is the age, Jordan?
21.
18. 18. Okay, very good. So, and let's see, if you carry the 1 minus 2, you will, how old will you guys be in 4 years? Right, 4, 20,
I'll be 17.
17, 18.
And Kyrie will be 26, so I have to wait till I get 18 and marry him, and then I can vote.
Okay. Right, so you can vote when you get to marry Kyrie, whatever. Okay, perfect. All right, so when you turn 18, you will have the privilege of voting. It's important that you know how this process works, okay? So that's what we are going to do today. We're going to go over the electoral college, kind of how it works, how to we elect our presidents and vice presidents. Okay. I'm going to get into that. First, let's watch a video to give you guys an idea.
Can I move up?
Yeah, if you need to move up. Make sure you pay close attention.
Do you know where I can find the Electoral College?
No, Tennessee.
George W. Bush is the winner of Florida's 25 electoral votes.
That's not fair at all.
Get over it, it's so old by now.
The Electoral College is simply an antique. It's obsolete.
Electoral dysfunction. Where's the people?
The Electoral College was created after a summer that the founding fathers spent scratching their heads and trying to figure out how to choose the president. One thought was to have Congress choose the president. And they thought, no, that would make the president too dependent on Congress. There were a few people who said, let's have a national election. But that was opposed partly because it was felt that people wouldn't know the candidates, if it's a rural country spread out. The other reason against the popular election was that it would have given less power to the slaveholding South. So they came up with this idea of having an indirect election where you choose electors, and then the electors choose the president.
Sounds good in theory, but in practice, well, even a third grader can see there are problems. We're going to have a little election here, and I'm going to ask you to choose between two candidates, colored pencils and markers. Who is voting for colored pencils? Okay. 10 votes for colored pencils. Who is voting for markers? 14 for markers. Markers have won the popular vote. And now we're going to have the real election. Naturally, they were disappointed. They thought we just had the election. But now it was time to work these young minds by introducing them to the Electoral College. So we broke the class into 5 tables or states. The majority at each table, either markers or colored pencils, would get the table's 1 electoral vote. Of course, in real life, states have varying amounts of electoral votes, depending on the population. Table 1's elector, how do you cast your vote?
Markers.
Table 2's elector, how do you cast your vote?
Markers.
Table 3's elector.
Colored pencils.
In the end, the whole election came down to 1 state. Table 5's elector. Angel, come on down. This is it, guys. This will decide the whole thing. Elector, how do you cast your vote?
Colored pencils.
What's that?
Stop it! Everybody's opinion is unfair because it's not just about the elector's vote, it's about everybody's vote.
But Aubrey, you are a rabble-rouser. I mean, clearly you're trying to whip them up into a frenzy.
It has to be fair for everybody who voted for markers, not just for the colored pencils. It's 14 to 10. It should stay that way.
This guy's a dangerous reformer. You know, it's not like this happened in real life. Oh, actually it did.
They set up this electoral college business, and since then, nearly 1 in 10 presidents took the White House without winning the popular vote. Like me, John Quincy Adams.
I'm George W. Bush, and I like to think of myself as the education president, starting with my favorite college, the Electoral College. That's in Florida, right?
The key thing that frustrates people about the Electoral College today is that it sidelines and marginalizes 2/3 to 3/4 of the whole country. Most of us live in red states or blue states. Take our 4 biggest states. 3 of them are safe states. Texas, a red state. California, a blue state. New York, a blue state. Only Florida is sometimes a swing state. That means in 3 of our 4 biggest states, there's no campaigning. The voter turnout rate is like 5 to 10 points lower than it is in the swing states where all the TV ads are. Why should the vast majority of the public have no real role in electing the president? It doesn't make any sense.
There have been more bills in Congress to change the Electoral College than on any other issue. And it's not a partisan cause. Republican President Richard Nixon supported a constitutional amendment to abolish it.
Whoever wins the popular vote should be the next president of the United States.
Well, you don't have to go back to the 60s to find a conservative who was opposed to the Electoral College.
I was in Congress when this fellow pushed something called the Medicare prescription drug plan. And it was the worst piece of legislation I have ever had to sit through. And it was the most heavily lobbied I have ever seen.
And what did it have to do with the Electoral College?
Yes, I'll tell you, it was all about the Electoral College. All about getting him the electoral votes in the state of Florida.
most Americans love the idea of having a popular vote for president, and the national popular vote legislation is the single most promising avenue we've got to break from the bizarreness of the Electoral College.
Currently, every state except 2 awards all its electoral votes to the winner of its popular vote, creating red and blue states. But with the new legislation, states that sign on will award their electors to the winner of the national popular vote, thereby rendering the Electoral College moot. This legislation will go into effect when the number of electoral votes from participating states totals 270, the magic number needed to win the presidency.
We actually have enough Electoral College votes that we're halfway there, and I think that the National Popular Vote campaign is the bridge to getting this to a direct election of the president, which, you know, will just have us catching up with the rest of the world.
All right. What are your thoughts on that? What are some details that you noticed or anything that surprised you? Anything? What do the red and blue states represent? What are the red and blue? Okay, what do those mean? Red is for what Democratic Party? Nathan?
Red is the Republicans, correct?
Yep, red is Republicans, which means blue is what? Holly? Democrats. Yeah, Democrats. Very good. Okay. What else? What are some other thoughts you have from the video? Is the Jordan?
Wait, is that why they had to do the marketing?
Yeah, they were showing them how the Electoral College works. Okay, so they first voted as a whole class. That could be the citizens voting, okay, to get a popular vote. Okay, then they split the kids up into states. Okay, so that would be how it's set up today. Then they had electors from each state cast a vote, and that would be the final.
But they could pick their own vote.
Yeah.
That's not, yeah.
Right. Okay, so they went off of popular votes. Okay, that's how they are chosen. Okay, is the Electoral College a place or a process? This kind of confuses some people. Is it a place or a process? Process. Okay, why do you say that?
Because it's not really a building. The Electoral College is a group of people cast their vote differently. It really overrides everyone else's vote.
Perfect, yeah, okay, Nathan said that perfectly, okay? A college is referred to as a group of people, okay? Even though you may think, okay, college is a place, like Penn State University, that's a place. But it is actually a group of people in this case, okay, working towards the same goal or for a common purpose. Okay, so it's actually a process. Do not get those two confused. Any other ideas before we move on? We're going to kind of move into the PowerPoint, give you some more ideas and information on this. First, though, I want to see what you guys already know before we start. Okay? So I have a pre-assessment for you. This is not going to be for a grade. This is just to kind of see where you are with the information. So take the next 5 to 7 minutes, fill this out. Okay? Just want to see where you guys are at, so I know how to form the other activities we are doing. Let's take the next 5 to 7 minutes. a minute. Okay, you're gonna put your pencils down. Pass those to the center aisle. Okay, I will put them in collect them. Thank you very much. Do I have everyone? Alright, very good. Okay, next, let's get into the PowerPoint. I have a fill-in for you to work on at your seat. Just follow along. It should be word for word. Jason, if you want to move up here if you can. Alright. The Electoral College. So what is the Electoral College? I think we went over this. Anyone want to take a prediction or guess? What is the Electoral College? Polly? Any idea?
Like, electors
Okay, right? It's a group of people that get together to choose the president, or they are called electors. Okay. The Electoral College is a body of electors who represent the people's vote in choosing the president. Okay? It is a group of people that get together to represent the people's vote. Okay, they go by popular vote. That's how they determine. Okay, we already mentioned this. It is a process, not a place. That is very important to remember. It is a process, not a place. Okay, it is an institution that officially elects the president and vice president every 4 years. Would anyone like to guess how long the term of presidency is? I believe you had this question on your request. How long is the term of presidency? Yep, go ahead. Gordon? Yep, 4 years. They can be elected twice for a total of 2 terms or 8 years. Okay. Barack Obama was re-elected twice. He's been in office for 8 years. They are not elected directly by voters. Instead, they are elected by electors who are chosen state by state by popular vote. Okay? They are not elected directly by voters. Instead, they are elected by electors who are chosen state by state.
So why do we even vote?
Well, they still have to have their opinions heard, okay? They still have the right to vote. It's chosen by a popular vote, so they go based off the citizens' vote. Okay? Does that make sense, Jordan? So the citizens cast their vote, they count them, Okay, then they go off popular vote. The numbers of electors in each state is equal to the number of members in Congress in each state. So what that means is the bigger the state, the more representation they have in Congress, okay? The bigger population is, the more representation they have. So bigger the state, more population, more representation. Okay? Any questions so far? Everyone with me? Thumbs up. Okay. Moving along. The number of electors in each state equals the number of members in Congress. Okay, I already stated that. I went over that again. There are one for each member of the House of Representatives plus 2 for the senators. Okay, so 1 member for each in the House of Representatives plus 2 for the senators. The candidate that receives an absolute majority of electoral votes for the office of president or vice president is then elected to that office. Okay, so whoever receives the majority of electoral votes automatically wins a seat in office. Would anyone like to predict how many electoral votes you have to win the office? That is the majority. I believe I said it in the video. So if you're repeating, Stephen?
270.
Yes, correct. 270. Very good. Okay, so 270 is the majority of the absolute majority, of electoral votes for the office of president or vice president to win office. Okay, if it's close, they will call for a recount. Okay. Okay, as we just said, currently the majority is 270 electoral votes to take office. Yes, me.
Since you said there were one elector for every member of Congress,
Yeah.
wouldn't that make 535 electors?
There's actually your 3 off. There's 538 because you have to count 2 senators for the states also. Okay, so there's
435 in the House.
right. It varies because of each state population, so there could be more or less per state. Okay, but there's I'll show you up here. It varies between 3 and 54 for each state to make a total of 538. Okay, we'll get into that. Okay, so there are a total of 538 electors total. Okay, those are representing each state. Okay, the Constitution assigns each state a number of electors. Okay, so the Constitution designates that for us. Are there any questions so far? Good? Everyone good? The number of electors per state ranges from 3 to 54 for a total of 538, as I just told Nathan. Okay, it depends on size and population of the state. All right, now I want you to take a look at these 2 maps that are up here. This is the map from the 2012 election between Mitt Romney and Barack Obama. This map over here is the 2004 map of George Bush and John Kerry. Okay, the numbers represent the number of electoral votes for each state. I want you to turn to the person beside you and discuss what you see. What are some similarities? What are some differences? Okay, Jason, if you want to hop over with Stephen. Okay, you 3 can be a group. Okay, guys, what do you guys see here?
I see color.
I see
Tyrese's color and
red
Obama's
donkeys.
color.
I see slightly more in the other, electoral.
And also, if you know,
Hawaii and Alaska stay the same the entire time.
but also, you know, we have more.
Okay, so you
More closer to the edge of the United States.
Red colonies.
Yeah. No matter what.
What's the
This was 2012, that was 2004.
Wait, so which one's Barack Obama?
Yeah, we get Nevada, we get Nevada, Colorado, and you lose
South
Virginia.
Colorado.
So,
Yeah, St. Louis,
Alright,
Iowa,
the other
in 2004.
Alright, so let's come back together. What do you guys think? What are your thoughts? What did you discuss with your partner? What are some similarities and differences? What do you notice about the numbers, the states? Yeah, Jordan.
okay.
If you want to move up, you can move up. Or you can even show me. Just point to the state.
Bush.
If you want to use this scoreboard.
It looks like he, won.
Okay, this one is between Barack Obama and Mitt Romney.
Oh,
This
never
one
mind.
is George Bush and John
Oh,
Kerry.
yeah,
Okay,
Barack
so
Obama.
go ahead and say what you were saying. Okay, so you, okay, Jordan, you said that you believe George Bush won
That
here.
one, yeah.
Okay, why do you say that? Okay, colors.
Even Alaska.
Even Alaska. Okay.
And Hawaii.
Okay.
Hawaii's blue.
Actually, Hawaii is blue. So what do the blue and red represent? Who is the Republican? Who is the Democrat here?
Bush is the Republican.
Okay. Bush is the
Whoever that is
Republican.
is the Democrat.
Okay, so very good, Jordan. Thank you. All right, yes, Jordan was correct when she said that Bush won the election here. He was the Republican candidate, and then John Kerry was the blue. Okay, he was the Democratic candidate. Okay, he was the opposing running mate. Okay, Ian. All right, what else did you guys come up with? Steven.
I know that if you look at it, the blue states are more closer to the perimeter of the map, and then the red states are more towards the middle.
Yeah, very good. That's very observant. Okay, I didn't even think of that. Yeah, you'll see that they are located more towards the interior. Okay, the red. Why do you think that might be? What? Is there a reason for that, or? Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, I think it's because a lot of the states closer to the center have a little bit more population than some of the outside states. Like when you get up to like Maine and stuff like that, they don't, in Rhode Island, they don't have that many electors, and then you get states like Texas who have more than Rhode Island or Maine.
Okay, so the number of electoral votes might be higher. Okay. What else, Ian?
New England seems to be pretty Democrat.
Right. Okay. In most instances, they are Democratic. Okay. What about the numbers? Let's take it, for example, Ohio in 2012 and 2004. What do you notice?
They changed.
Okay. Why do you think they changed? Who said that, Jordan? Why do you think they changed?
Maybe, certain presidents, like, well, different people want different things, so.
Okay.
Like the president might have said, you can have this, but the other one said.
All right, does anyone want to add to that? Think of prediction why they changed. Nathan?
Change population.
Yes. Oh, okay, Nathan got that. Very good. Okay, so between 2004 and 2012, people were leaving. Okay, people leave states, they go elsewhere to find jobs. Okay, they have to move elsewhere to carry on with life. So between that time, people left. So the number of the population changed, so the number of electors changed. That's why the numbers changed between each year to year. Ian?
We lost the same amount that Florida got for Florida to take all of their votes.
There is a close relation between Ohio and Florida. Most people, migrate south for winters and just move. Yeah, thank you.
I can't really see the numbers back here, but I can tell that on 2012 map, the red states are definitely dominating again.
Right.
So I'd almost wonder, did Obama get weighted into electoral votes?
Yes.
Electoral votes instead of
Yes.
popular vote.
Yep. Okay. Electoral votes. Yep. Very, very good. Okay. One last question. We have to move on. Gordon.
Wait, do a lot of people in California vote?
Yeah. You see that the electoral votes stayed the same, so not a lot of people leaving or coming in, so the amount of representation stayed the same from year to year. Okay.
I don't know what California. That's what Kyrie said.
All right. Very good. All right. So now we are moving on to your station activity. I'm going to break you guys up into groups. Okay, but first off, I'm going to explain what we are going to do. You see the post-it notes on some of your desks, Station 1, Station 2, Station 3, as well as Station 4. All right, Station 1, you will be working on this graphic organizer called Challenges for the New Nation. This is located in your textbook all throughout Chapter 7. You're going to write some challenges or difficulties that the people faced in creating their new government, okay? So this will be at Station 1. Station 2 will be Section 1 questions. Okay, there are 5 here. The first 4 you will find in Section 1. The 5th is an opinion question. It says, let's say you were a citizen during this time period. Justify at least 2 ideas or outcomes you would like to see take place within the new national government. Okay? So that is Station 2. That will be right here. Station 3 will be this map. Okay? This kind of represents the map we just looked at without the numbers. Okay? You will use these maps to answer these questions. Okay, it is an electoral college map of the 2012 and 2004 elections. All right, so that will be at Station 3. I set this right there. All right, there are 2 sets of maps for you and your partner. There will be 3 in each group. Any questions so far? Everyone good? All right. Then Station 4 will be this graphic organizer of George Washington as president. Then on the back, it has different people that were under his cabinet, their position, and their experience as cabinet members. Okay, any questions? This is what we will be doing today. I might be working with a small group in the back. Okay? So, I'm going to break you guys up. Whenever I say go, you can move, but not until that time. All right. Group 1 will be at Station 1 first. It will be Elizabeth, Jason, and Nathan. Will be right here. You can move when I say go. Station 2 will be Deasia, Allie, who is not here, and Stephen. Okay, Station 3 will be Melina, Holly, and Jordan. And then the rest of you, if I did not call your name, you are at Station 4. Okay, so you may go now.
Which Nathan is where?
Nathan, you are in group 1. Nathan Tichy. You can be with Jordan and Steven. Can I go with you, No. No. Okay, so let's get to our station. You may pick up a paper and get to work. All right? You will have 5 to 7 minutes at each. Okay. There was
Nathan was in that group. Nathan was group 4.
Group 4.
Or one Nathan.
Ian. Alright. Let's have Ian jump in with the group back there. work with group 2 on section 1. Okay. Just leave the papers at the desk, okay? Oops, sorry. Oh, you have the section 1 questions for right here. Where they go? The section 1 question.
We were talking Jason's binder.
Wait a minute.
We were going to take the top of your binder.
Oh, yeah.
Where are they now?
It doesn't go to the.
I'll find it. Okay, that's fine. You guys have 5 to 7 minutes at each station. Okay, I'll work with you guys right here on the map. All right. So looking for 2004. Yep, okay. Why do you say that? Okay, very good. All right, and what was the result of them winning the most votes? What was the result? Okay, right, so he won in all these. Okay, just number 1. Oh my gosh. Gorge. Okay, so he had the most electoral votes. As a result, he won the election. All right, number 2. Locate the map of the 2012 election. Identify Ohio, Indiana. Put your finger on Ohio and Indiana. What do you notice about these 2 states relating to the outcome of the electoral votes? Who did elect his Indiana election? So, look at the first question. What do you notice about these 2 states relating to the outcome of the electoral votes? What state, Bakerfield? Oh.
So do I.
Yep. Okay. So, what do you notice about these 2 states relating to the outcome of the electoral votes? So, which, Ohio? Ohio. Oh. Yep. All right, number 3. Who had the majority of electoral votes in Nevada in the 2004 election?
Nevada is clear.
Okay, very good. So, did everyone locate Nevada? Okay. Number 4. asking the question. All right, let's look at it. Number 4. So it says, okay, guys. Alright, so you are teaching a citizen from another country about the electoral college and the electoral process in the United States. We're telling them to look at colors to determine the winner of the country is a good idea. Why and why not? So we're looking at colors. Would you say that just telling someone to look at, okay, so we're not doing a certain one, would that be a good idea? Okay, why? Because it's just like how, like the majority of the women okay, just because there's more women doesn't mean that who electoral votes matters that. So there's going to be more popular votes. Alright, let's rotate. So we'll move back one. This back group will go to station 4. Station 2 will go to 3. Station 1 to 2.
Can you put 4 corners in here one day?
Yeah.
What are the 4 corners?
When somebody has to lay down at a desk and then 1, 2, 3, 4.
And does anyone have section 1 questions?
Station 1?
Here's your question. Section 1 says, number 1, identify the purpose of the Judiciary Act of 1789. Anyone like to read?
Definition of the Judiciary Act is three levels of federal courts define their power in relationship to states and state courts. Different courts serving court appeals, federal judgeship, those can be approved or rejected.
Okay, very good. The purpose of the Judiciary. Okay, so we said different book. That is on page 236. Okay. All right, guys. How's it going back here? Work on this together. What do you think, Steve? It's got a 275. What do you think? Okay, Holly and Ian, let's make sure we're working. So which candidate had the most electoral votes in 2004? Okay, and what was their result? Look up each one. Perfect. Okay. So as a result of having the most electoral votes, at least 270 for the majority to automatically take office. Alright, number 2 says, look at the map of the 2012 election. Identify identify Ohio and Indiana. Everyone put their finger. Ohio and Indiana. Okay. What do you notice about these two states related to the outcomes and electoral votes? So which state favored which candidate? Which electoral votes went to who? Right? And then what do you think? Ohio. Do you think the majority of votes for which one? Okay, perfect. And then Indiana went to the majority. Those three. Who's right after number two? Those three. Alright, number three. Who did the majority of, who did the electors in Indiana pledge to? So who were those candidates already favored or pledged in Indiana? State is what color? Red. Okay, so they pledged to which do you think? You're not. Does everyone understand that? The electors already pledged to the candidate and that's how the state.
I mean, two-thirds are.
Alright, number four, an opinion question. It says, three, I'm sorry. Who has the majority of electoral votes in Nevada for 2004? Locate 2004 map. Locate Nevada. Majority of electoral votes. Very good. And then four, and then opinion question. All right, let's rotate one last time. So station 4 goes to 1, 2 goes to 3, 3 goes to 4. This will be the last rotation.
Oh my gosh, I did not know there was a Washington Irving.
Wonder if they're related.
They're not. Ollie, take the top one.
Well, don't you know? All right, let's have a seat. Let's get to work. Ian, have a seat. Oh my God! Yeah, we'll be working on this Tuesday. And if you guys do not get finished, we'll be working on this on Tuesday, the next time I see you. Okay? Make sure we're doing. Alright. Shut up. Okay. And if you have a seat. Okay, alright, that's fine. Which candidate in the 2004 election had the most electoral votes? Because that one didn't have to do with anything that I asked about the electoral votes. So I want you guys to see that. Look at it and dictate, not just the fact. having the most majority votes. Very good. So as a result of having the majority of the Twitter votes, you automatically win office. And what is the number of votes that you have to have? Is never vote here. Yeah, that's why, okay, that's why, now, yeah. Right.
The central states of our population.
Yeah.
You go out to the borders.
Right.
Still not really.
Right, okay, so kind of like the major, like, I would say, ocean spots. More populated. And then,
all these weak states in the center.
right. Okay, so that's why in number 4, when we get downstairs, you can look at, say, why is not a good idea, say why red, just looking at red and blue is a good predictor of who won, because, you know, it doesn't necessarily having more red means you won. You have to look at some votes. Okay. All right, okay, guys, let's have a seat. I will explain. Let's get back in our seats. Tuesday, the next time I see you, we will be finishing this up, so it is not homework. I don't want you to stress about it. We'll be finishing up on Tuesday. All right, thank you for cooperating today. Have a wonderful day and a good weekend.
Bye, Mr. Cape. I hope your arm feels better.
Thank you.
Nice.
Oh, okay.
Wait, is it still break?